Welcome back to the Back on Track Achieving Healthy Weight Loss podcast, where we talk about real strategies for real people who want to live healthier, balanced lives without guilt, shame, or burnout. I'm your host, Dr. Alicia Shelley, and today we're talking all about something that every single one of us faces at some point, which is what to do when you are not motivated to complete any healthy habits. Raise your hand if that is you. And if you're driving, just say amen, because it is all of us. It can be working out. It can be cooking instead of ordering takeout. Maybe it's tracking your meals or just drinking enough water. Whatever it is, we all hit that wall and we just don't want to do it. And motivation is nowhere to be found. If you experience this, or if you are experiencing it currently, let's dive into what we can do. First, let's kind of understand the myth of constant motivation. To be honest, motivation is fleeting. It comes and it goes, just like the weather. And you know what? That's okay, because we often wait for motivation to strike before we act. But the truth is, if we wait to feel motivated every time we need to do something healthy, we might be waiting a very, very long time. So here's the mindset shift. You do not need to feel motivated to act. Sometimes you just need to act and motivation will follow. It's a bit like pushing a car. It's hard to get rolling, but once you do, it's easier to keep it going. So why might you be feeling unmotivated? Let's take a look at this. Let's not be judgmental, but let's look at seeing what are some factors that play a role. So some common reasons that we see is overwhelmed. You've set goals that are just too high and just feel too big for you to accomplish, and you just get overwhelmed and you do nothing. Secondly, it could be burnout, whether it's mentally, physically exhausted. It could be work, it could be home, whatever it is. Sometimes that burnout can cause you to feel less motivated. Boredom. Do you feel like your routine is just very repetitive or uninspiring? I mean, who would want to do that if you just feel like, oh, I hate this? Perfectionism. If you can't do it all, then you don't do nothing at all. Or how can I say this? The all or nothing effect, where basically if I can't do it all, then I won't do nothing at all. And that is one reason why people get so unmotivated. Let's also include life stress, work, family illness, just family obligation, church obligation. Life sometimes just gets in the way. But it's important that we take a deep breath, ask ourselves, what is really going on right now that's causing me to feel unmotivated, and then finding ways to tackle it, whether it's finding ways to maybe set smaller goals for the overwhelm when we're burnt out, taking that break and allowing us to come back rejuvenated, or boredom, changing it up, or perfectionism, just, telling our mind, you know what, I don't have to do everything perfect in order to get results. And then finding ways to overcome the life stress or decrease what's going on in your life today. Sometimes it's hard. I get it. Life is lifing, but we just have to find ways to deal with that life stress. So I have 5 practical tips here that you can help to take action when your motivation is low. In other words, how to keep moving forward even when you don't feel like it. So number 1, shrink the task. Instead of saying, I need to work out for an hour, say, hey, let me do some type of movement for 5 minutes. Often, once we start, that 5 minutes turns into 10 minutes, turns into 20 minutes. And before you know it, you did an hour. But you just have to start, and you just need to shrink that task. Number 2, stack the task with something enjoyable, or what we like to call as habit stacking. And you see this in James Clear's book called Atomic Habits. Excellent read. And what that means is you're pairing a task that you do not want to do with something you do like. Like, for example, you may be going for a walk while listening to your favorite podcast, maybe this one or another one, whatever it may be, but you're listening to something that gives you joy while walking. Secondly, you can also do a light stretch or foam rolling while watching a comfort show, or food prepping while you're dancing with your favorite playlist. Needless to say, pick a healthy task that you resist and find something you love to pair with it. This builds a positive association and makes it easier to repeat. Number 3, reconnect with your why. When you've lost motivation, it's often because you've lost connection to your deeper reason for wanting to change. Ask yourself, why does this matter to me? What kind of future do I want? And how do I want to feel maybe 6 months from now? Or even start a little bit shorter, 3 months from now. See if what you're doing today is going to get you to that 3-month goal. And maybe your why is something more tangible, like lowering your blood pressure or having more energy to play with your kids, or to walk into your next birthday feeling proud and strong. Whatever it is, write it down, put it on your mirror, phone background, or fridge, just so that you know exactly what it is and that you're looking at it on a daily or frequent basis. And when you have that I don't feel like doing it moment, then go back to your why, and that will anchor you and pull you back. So my next action step would be to take 2 minutes and write down your top 3 reasons for wanting a healthier life. Keep them visible, speak them out loud when you're struggling, to help you get through those unmotivated periods. Number 4, use the 2-minute rule. This rule comes from Dr. James Clear from Atomic Habits, and it works beautiful for healthy habits. The rule is, if it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Why does this usually work? It removes the I'll do it later trap. It helps you build trust with yourself, and it creates action or momentum. For example, it takes less than 2 minutes for me to fill my water bottle. Let me fill it now. And then now I have water to drink. It takes 2 minutes for me to find my workout clothes, lay out my workout clothes, and now I'm ready to go when I get home from work to go work out. It takes 2 minutes to take my vitamins. Then let me go ahead and take my vitamins. Or even it takes 2 minutes to do 10 squats while waiting for the microwave. These items may seem small, but they reinforce the identity of someone who shows up even in the tiny ways. So pick about 3 2-minute healthy habits that you can do today and get those quick wins and watch how that energy builds. Number 5, celebrate the small wins. Here's the deal. If you only celebrate the big milestones like losing 20 pounds or running a 5K, you'll miss out on 99% of your journey. You need to celebrate the fact that you showed up. You made a healthy choice and you said no when you wanted to give in. So try these. Try keeping a wins journal where every night you jot down one healthy thing you did, or use a habit tracker to visually see your progress. Or text a friend and say, guess what? I drank my water today, and let them cheer you on. Small wins are the building blocks of big transformations. And when you start recognizing your progress, you create an inner coach instead of an inner critic. So right now, think of one small thing that you've done for your health today and give yourself credit for it. And say it out loud. Say, I'm proud of myself for XYZ. So let's bring this all together. Motivation is a great spark. And it's not the fuel that keeps the fire going. If you wait until you feel like it, you may never start. But if you take one small step, even when you don't feel motivated, that's where real change happens. So here's what we covered today. You don't need to feel motivated to act. You just need to start small. Shrink the task to something you can do in 2 or 5 minutes. Pair it with the pleasure to make it more enjoyable. Like I said, walk while listening to your favorite podcast. Reconnect with your why to ground yourself in your purpose, and use that 2-minute rule to gain momentum. And always celebrate the small wins, because small wins add up to big victory. And let me remind you, not every day will be perfect, but every day is a new opportunity to honor your health, your goals, and your why. You're not failing. You're learning how to show up for yourself in a more compassionate, sustainable way. So here's your Back on Track challenge this week. Pick one healthy task that you've been avoiding, then shrink it, make it simple, make it doable, and do it today, even if it's just for 2 minutes. And if you do, I definitely want to hear about it. Send me a DM or tag me on social at Dr. Shelley MD, and I'd love to celebrate these wins with you. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. I'm here walking beside you. And until next time, stay strong, stay consistent, and give yourself the grace to grow. You've got this. See you next time.